Hello and welcome to What I Would Do, a companion piece to Hero Headcannon. As I figured, since I want to write about the heroes that I'm talking about, maybe I should talk about more than just why I love them, and start talking about, you guessed it, what I would do if I got to write them. Since I first talked about the Man of Steel, you can listen to the Headcannon in my Superman episode. Duh. I decided I would talk about what kind of stories I would do with Clark Kent. The way I see it, there would be four main possible ways that I could end up writing for the Kryptonian crime fighter, and unfortunately for you poor listeners, I have a different idea for each of them. Number one, a one-shot. If I got a one-shot story chance for Superman, the story I would very much like to tell would be Super Family Camping Trip. I would love and hope by this point in time that Connor Kent would somehow be brought back into the main DC universe so that I could have him act as a big brother to Jonathan Kent. And then I would stick the Big Blue Boy Scout, his wife Lois, their son Jonathan, Connor, and let's bring along our dear Kara, Supergirl. We stuff them in an RV and let the hilarity ensue. Because of her current comic book version being a teen, it puts her in an interesting spot. Since she was originally older than Clark, I see Kara trying to boss him around as they are on the trip, but Clark, seeing her as younger than him, tries to treat her like a daughter. Plus, I don't think we've ever seen Kara and Connor really interact, so it would be interesting to play off their energies, because unlike his Young Justice counterpart, Connor isn't exactly that angsty, whereas unlike her TV show counterpart, Kara kinda is that angsty. I feel that this story would be one that kinda harkens back to the Silver Age, and honestly, that is the time period of comics I really enjoy. Balls to the walls insanity, but very fun and safe. Yes, the stories can sometimes feel a bit unchallenging, even for children, but that is one advantage we in this modern age have over our predecessor. We can add a bit of flair. Number two, an outright storyline. If DC came to me and said, Mr. Redburn, we're interested in your ideas about our character Superman, we are interested in giving you a 5-issue run on him. My idea would be to have Superman face a paranormal threat. We've seen Superman battle creatures from space, monsters from the depths of the earth, and criminals operating right within our cities. But we haven't seen too many tales where he deals with supernatural problems. As we know, magic is something that can really hurt Superman, so would he even be up to the challenge to handle Ghost? Number 3, World's Finest. Peanut butter, chocolate. Yin and yang, darkness and light. Of course I have a Batman-Superman story. And yeah, I would actually end up retconning my own headcanon to do it. Remember in the Hero Headcannon episode I mentioned that Clark and Bruce ran into each other during their travels but didn't really interact. Well, I would make them interact. They have been referred to as best friends and sometimes even brothers. Well, how did they come to be like that? I would explore the history of the world's finest. And lastly, Justice League. Some reason, DC decides to throw me into the deep end of the pool. Not satisfied with messing up only a couple of their characters, no, they decide to let me do like Warner Brothers did with the film series and mess up the whole Justice League. My plan for Superman here would be one that we've seen done to a lot of basically every superhero except Batman. I think. Take away their powers. In this story, something causes the power sets of the Justice League to be swapped, and Superman ends up without any powers. How does he handle no longer being the most powerful man on the planet? Well, if you notice, I've been intentionally vague as to not spoil the plot lines of any of my story ideas, but maybe I would share with you guys if I got some comments. For Hero Headcannon, this is Josh Redburn, and I'll see you next time. I'd like to give a big thank you / shout out to my friend Daniel Wells, who's made this title card and a new title card for Hero Headcannon. Be sure to look for it on the next episode. Bye, everybody.